And then when we see them in Half-Blood Prince aboard the Hogwarts Express, you know, Neville and Luna are already hanging out together, so, you know, they're friends, and this time the train ride is very different, because, like, the Order of the Phoenix one, it was always just kind of uncomfortable, like, it had that awkward feeling, and here they're just, like, chatting away, having a good time. So we see that Luna and Neville are comfortable around each other now. And then we don't really see that much of Neville and Luna for a while, until Slughorn's Christmas party rolls around. And Harry wants to ask Ginny, but Ginny's dating Dean, and Romilda Vane is on the prowl for Harry. You know, she's gonna, like, slip him love potions or date rape drugs or something. And Hermione tells Harry wisely, like, just ask a girl out and make sure you're unavailable. And he immediately thinks of Luna. So he asks Luna, like, would you like to go to Slughorn's Christmas party with me? And at first Luna's just like, huh? What? You want me to go to the Christmas party with you? And then Harry's like, oh no, just as friends. You know, just want to go with you as friends. And then, quote, oh no, I'd love to go with you as friends, said Luna. Why would she be distinctly unenthusiastic about going with him to the party, but very enthusiastic about going as friends? Because she likes Neville. She wants to go with Neville to the party, but that's not an option. But she's not the type of girl who'd, you know, just go with another guy, or worse, like Hermione, who'd go with another guy to make the guy she likes jealous. So I think this is, you know, solid proof that Luna is not interested in Harry and is interested in someone, Neville. So then they're really kind of missing in action for a large part of Half-Blood Prince. You know, Harry looks at pensive memories, recovers a locket.
Snogs Ginny.
Yeah, Snogs Ginny. Dumbledore gets killed. You know, Snape runs away. There's a whole big to-do. And then we get to Dumbledore's funeral. And honestly, I always find it very entertaining reading a part of Dumbledore's funeral, because it's like a roll call for all the couples in the series. You know, Harry and Ginny are, you know, together and crying, and they break up but don't. And Ron's holding Hermione, and she's crying into his shoulder. And, you know, Tonks and Lupin are holding hands, and her hair is pink again. And, you know, Madame Maxime exits into Hagrid's arms. So yeah, it's a roll call for all the couples of the series. And then, quote, Harry saw Neville being helped into a seat by Luna. Oh, love it. So yeah, that was just sort of like the final convincing point I needed to think that Neville and Luna should end up together. I mean, after 2 books, I think it was fairly obvious if you looked closely. And, you know, the groundwork is definitely laid there for them to get together in Deathly Hallows. Did you have a question?
I honestly thought, even while reading the epilogue, it never mentioned. We didn't find out who they ended up with until when she released it in the press release. But even in the epilogue, I fully thought that they had gotten together.
Me too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So then we get to Deathly Hallows, right? And, well, they're obviously missing in action during Deathly Hallows, because the trio's camping and, you know, robbing Gringotts and stuff. But then they finally get to Hogsmeade. Aberforth saves them, and they run into Neville. And Neville tells them this epic story of how he and Luna and Ginny got Dumbledore's army back together and have been, like, you know, starting a revolution at Hogwarts. You know, they're in full rebellion against the Carrows. And honestly, my fanfic writer's heart just sort of started fluttering when I read that, because the potential there, you know, while Neville and Luna were running the DA together, All the secret meetings they had, to discuss Dumbledore's army matters, of course. But would have been such a great opportunity for, say, a confession of feelings or a stolen kiss. Anyway.
Or a Molly moment.
And then, when he brings up Luna, Cheryl, behave.
I just said that's what Lily said. Sorry. I set her off.
What did Lily say?
You didn't hear what she said, so it's okay. Sorry.
Uh-oh.
We're in trouble.
Can't take you people anywhere. So then...
Probably on the camera.
It probably is.
Okay, so when they bring up Luna to Neville, they'll like, we saw her, she's all right. He says, yeah, I know, she managed to get a message to me. Aww, again. I mean, she hasn't been free for that long, but she immediately contacted Neville. And again, my fanfic writer just sort of started planning, about how he gets this message and he's so relieved. And again, they confess their love for each other. Yeah, when you don't really have much to work with, you fill in the blanks. But yeah, Neville sends for Luna right away when the trio shows up. And Luna comes. She said she shows up happily, because she's happy to see Neville again. And yeah, that's really all we have. They just have the whole Battle of Hogwarts, and lots of people die, but thank God they don't, because if Joe had killed Luna, that would not be okay. Yeah, right.
I feel like there'd be like burned books or something. There'd be a lot of riot.
You don't mess with Luna.
She's in all of our hearts.
Yeah, I think she would be one of the most loved, other than maybe Snape.
Hey, she's my most loved character. Luna loved me good.
How can anyone not
different
like her?
reasons.
She's just so genuine and sweet and good-hearted.
I mean, I think she's so loved because, as a fandom of geeks and, well, weirdos, we've been at this con long enough to acknowledge that, we all identify with her.
And we all live in the imaginary world as well. So,
True.
Sort of.
Yes, I am. You're the biggest weirdo of all here. Yes, feel accomplished. And then, in the epilogue, we don't get anything about them, like you guys said. So, honestly, why the hell did they not end up together? Because the groundwork was laid for them to end up together in Book 7. In Book 7, there's a perfect possibility that they did end up together during Deathly Hallows, or if not, afterwards. They were good friends. They spend lots of time together. So honestly, I don't care what Jo Rowling says in her random interviews. I think Neville and Luna did end up together, and that's that. Neville Luna forever.
Woo.
Thank you, everyone. Questions, comments, concerns? Yes.
My interpretation when Harry says, I want to go as friends is that she's just so happy that someone says they want to be friends with her, because none of the people in her house are friendly with her. That's how I always interpreted that. She was just glad that someone said they wanted to be a friend.
Yeah, I think there is some of that too, but this isn't Half-Blood Prince, where she sort of accepted that, the trio and Ginny and Neville are her friends.
Yeah.
And again, she wasn't that ecstatic when Harry just asked her out, because she wouldn't want to go with him, because she likes Neville. But yeah, I do agree that it definitely made her happy just to be asked at all.
Maybe the fact she's actually acknowledged as a friend and called a friend, that's probably something she's never heard.
Yeah.
Hasn't she?
No.
She's in Hufflepuff, right?
No, she's in
Ravenclaw.
I actually wanted to ask that. Does anyone else think she should have been in Hufflepuff?
Yes.
As a Hufflepuff, I really think. I mean, I understand that she valued.
She's brilliant.
But
She valued.
Smart, though.
She was really smart. And she valued that, but at the same time, look at what she had in her room.
She was very loyal.
Friends.
The pictures on the wall.
Oh my God.
So
That is my favorite part of
that was
Because
the thing. That's the reason I can't like the movie. is they didn't
Me
have that.
too!
That's the only reason. Well, that and the
Oh my God, we need a
Luke
chat
didn't
after this.
come.
But I mean, that's what.
And it was such a tease.
and they
The
didn't
camera
even
was like
know she was pregnant.
panning up the stairs. I'm like, we're gonna see it, we're gonna see it, we're gonna see it, and then it blows up. What the hell, filmmakers? Unacceptable.
I was like,
That's
Screw
how
Warner
people in
Brothers.
her house would always take her things and not return them.
Right.
Wait
Well-
till the end. They just treated her terribly. These were the first people
which is
that
why
were
she
friends
needed
to
to be
her.
in Hufflepuff.
Yeah, because I guess
Come on,
Ravenclaws
wow.
are very like logical in general, so they seek a different kind of knowledge than she does,
Yeah.
and I don't think they would just respect, you know, her
They didn't.
the knowledge she's seeking.
Well, that was a movie though. I don't know if that was in the book that people took her stuff.
No, no,
Yeah,
it's in the book.
too.
Okay.
It was in the book.
I'm just the only thing I can remember about that is the pudding part.
That wasn't in the book.
That,
No,
yeah,
it
that
is.
was
It
just
is in the book, I
random.
think.
No, the pudding thing was just, like continuously asking for pudding.
Oh, no, but it
Yeah.
does mention
It
that
was
she
mentioned
Yeah,
once,
yeah.
that
but
she,
it became a
right
running
after that
gag
scene
in
when
the
they're
movie.
talking about the socks
Okay.
and the shoes and things missing, whatever her stuff is missing, she goes, "I'll go have some pudding." She does say it there. That's the one moment she does.
Great. Okay, well,
read the
if
book,
that's
yeah.
that, I guess this is the end of formal programming at Aeternitas. So thank you guys for coming out to see me. I feel very honored because I was terrified about being the dead last one. And yeah, let's party tonight.
Yay! I need to take my wig off, it's really itchy.
Take it off.
Oh.
Take it.